Good night, good night, good night. Hope that you are able to hear me loud and clear. If you are able to hear me, please let me know in the chat. Let's see. All right, great. So a few people here saying loud and clear. All right, so Miller, good to hear from you. I see Evans. I see Kerr, Powell. Let's see. I'm certain I saw West. Yeah. Hi West, how you doing? Butler is here. Let's go. Let me run through some names here. Going back. Nugent, Authentic Ash, Shaw, Evans, all of those people. Welcome, welcome. All right. Let's see if we can get to a few items, please. All right, welcome to the panelists. I see Ford. I see a few others. Let's go to our first set of items here. We're looking at text completion. It says here for this question, you're expected to use context to determine choice of words based on variations in spelling, usage, meaning, and so on. All right. Let me hear from Brianna. Let's go, Brianna. For the first one, read this example for me.
For example, after the fire, the cane field was left dash A beer, B beer, C beer, and D beer. It would be A beer, BARE.
I lost you there for a moment. Could you go with that again for me, please?
Okay, sir. After the fire, the cane field was left dash A
Mhm.
beer, B beer, C beer, and D beer.
Which one is your answer?
A.
Okay, as in BARE. Why is that one your answer?
Because that beer means empty or it's not doesn't have anything.
Okay, or uncovered. Okay. Let's look at this. So it says here, after the fire, the cane field was left bare, and that's correct. All these words have the same pronunciation, but they are spelled differently and have a different meaning. What we call those words again? Same sound, different spelling, different meaning.
Homophones.
Very good. Phone as in sound. All right. So here, based on the context of the sentence, option A would be the correct response. The word bare means uncovered or left without any cane. This beer, the BEER, which one would that be?
Alcohol.
Okay. And this one down here, the bottom one, BEAR. Let's see if we can get some people from YouTube to answer that one. All right. So I'm seeing let's go. No, not the one you drink. I'm seeing I'm seeing a few. So Caden here has the animal. Very good. BEAR as in the animal. Do you know what this one means? Anyone? When I researched this one, I found something interesting. Check that one for me. BIER.
Sir, I got a movable frame on which a
Mhm.
coffin or a corpus is placed before burial or cremation.
All right. So that one has to do with funeral, coffin, graves, and all of that. Okay. So some support that is used to move a body. Okay. All right, cool. So again, big idea here is that we need to be able to complete say a sentence or a passage or something by using what? Context, spelling, usage, and meaning, and all of that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see who we have. All right. Ford, this one is yours.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
it says here we need to choose the correct answer that best completes each sentence below. Now, one of the things that we have done, we have spoken about certain text features. And in this particular setup here, the word best, what is special about it? It has been what?
It's in bold.
Very good. All capital letters in bold, which would suggest what?
That is special. That it is special or a
So
key
when we are
point.
very good. So when we are reading, we need to pay attention to that. Okay. So anytime you have a question or any scenario and you see those words, then we need to pay attention to those things. Okay. Let's go with this. It says here the dancer tried to something. Finish reading that sentence for me and then give me the options.
The dancer tried to dash the movements of his teacher, exactly copying every graceful step.
Options are
Plagiarized?
um, plagiarize.
Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Plagiarize.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see your mouse is over it.
All right. Let me clear that one for you.
Interpret,
Mm-hmm.
mimic, possesses, refine.
What say you
I
on that
would
one?
mimic.
All right. Um, Let me hear from Miss Brianna. Brianna has the dictionary right there. Mimic. What's the definition for mimic?
Sir, the definition of mimic is to copy.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? That does it to copy?
That's what I'm seeing here.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Fine. Um, so in this case, the word that we're looking for is mimic. Plagiarize. What does plagiarize mean?
Take the work or an idea of someone else and pass it off as one's own.
So let me see now. Let me see if we can get a setup for this. Let's say you were asked to do some social studies assignment or something like that, and they said, go do some research, and you went online and said, this look like a Sir want or Miss want, and you just copy and paste and write your name on the top, and you give to Sir, you give to Miss. Would that kind of be what plagiarize mean?
Yes, sir.
Good. And as you go into high school in a few, weeks, few months time, this is something that you must avoid. If you are guilty of this, you will lose marks or you could fail an assignment completely for doing something like that. All right. So please, let's make sure that we do our own work and not pass off somebody else's work. That's not fair to anyone involved. Again, key here, we're looking for the best word, even though uh the word plagiarize has copying in it. You're copying somebody's work and passing it off as your own. The one that best fits would be mimic. Thank you very much for that one, Ford. All right, let's go number 2. Let's see, Mr. Mills. Number 2 is yours. Read for me.
Yes, sir. Everybody dash dancing and having a great time at the party. My options are where, be, was, are.
What say you on that one?
Sir, C was.
And why would you take was?
So when Ok- When I tried all of them in the blank space, it actually it was sounded better to me in that sentence when I tried all of them.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. We need to develop an ear for it, but there's also a rule. Do we know the rule? Let me throw this one out to friends on YouTube. What rule are we applying here? Let me see if we see anything in the chat here. Let me go down. Anyone? Okay, da was criteria. Let's go. Was fits. Singular subject takes a subject verb agreement says okay. All right. Okay. All right. I wish I could find there's a there's a book we use sometimes that has a rule in there. But let me see if I can say it in this way. The word everybody, and other words like that are singular indefinite pronouns. They don't name a specific person, okay, but they're singular. And if they are singular, then we would not say everybody were, everybody are, everybody be. We would have to say everybody was. Remember, a singular subject will take a singular verb, right? And the pronoun must agree with its antecedent in gender and number. And in this case, we're looking at a number. So if it's singular, it must take the verb that is singular as well. All right. When I find the textbook with the rule, I'll show that to you. Okay. All right. Thanks for that one. Let's go here, and this will be for our friends on YouTube. Number 3. Let's see. I'll read this one for you guys on YouTube. Despite his shy personality, David could be rather dash sometimes. Okay. Quick. I see an answer here from Murray. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Murray says outgoing. Let's see who else. Sullivan says outgoing. Let me see. Yes, quite a number. All right. Shaw outgoing. Gabby says outgoing. All right. Let's get this one now. What is the key here that gives away this answer? There's something that gives this answer away. Nervous, outgoing, strange, timid. What gives this answer away? There's just something. Why? Why outgoing? Shy, but shy and outgoing are two different things. So says so. Let me see here. I see Sullivan says shy, but why shy? Let's see what Butler has to say. The answer would be C, because he knows. Strange, like Okay. Right, let me see. Let me see. All right. Hales is saying that. Okay. Antonym relationship says says Ford. What gives away that antonym relationship? Let me hear from you, Mr. Ford. You're free to go ahead.
Yes, sir. The
Mm-hmm.
What gives out the antonym relationship is shy, because the opposite of shy would be outgoing.
But how do I know that I need the opposite of shy?
Because it says David can be rather, so that
Mm,
means the opposite of what the a personality of somebody else.
okay. That's what you think there. All right. I was thinking of something else. Let's hear from our dictionary lady. Brianna, let's look at the word rather and see what that means. Pull that one for me.
Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I'm coming. It's giving me a bit of trouble.
All right, we'll wait on the technology.
It says used to indicate one's preference in a particular matter.
Mm-hmm. So this one has to do with preference. Does this give me uh enough information to use that, Mr. Ford? Is it his preference? If he has a shy personality, wouldn't his preference be to be shy then?
I kinda going back on what I said. It could probably be despite.
Oh, and what does despite mean now, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Despite Despite means without being affected by, in spite of.
Okay. And in that context, it is used to highlight somewhat. It's a signal word. That's where I want you to go back to. When you guys were doing language arts and you heard about signal words, these are some special words that kind of point you to something. So despite kind of points us to a what? A contrast. So here is one thing happening, and then on the other hand, here's something else that is happening. So that despite, right, kind of points me now. All right, let's go with this. Here I have a meaning. It says despite is used to show that something happened or is true, although something else might have happened to prevent it. So on the one hand, something happened, something preventing it. That those are what? Contrasting relationships there, as you said before, an antonym kind of opposite kind of relationship. So in spite of the fact that we have the shy personality here, on the contrary, David could be rather what? Sometimes outgoing. Okay, cool with that one.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Let's see, any thoughts? All right, let's go, let's go. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So that was 3. Let's go to reading, another section here. Now, reading questions will ask you to read a given passage and then answer questions at different levels. Different levels. All right. For example, they say, read from me, Brianna.
Puppies are very small when they are born. They cannot see until they are about 2 weeks old. During this time, they stay very close to their mothers.
Mm-hmm. Question now.
Why do puppies stay close to their mothers?
All right, so here we have been given some passage, a very short thing to read, and why do they stay close? Let me just throw this out and see our friends on YouTube. What would you say the answer would be for this one? Let's go. Jordan. Jordan Murray says they cannot see. Okay, so let's see. Jordan says that Here we have Morris because they can't see. Okay. No, not that one. Nugent says because they can't see until they're 2 weeks old. Somebody is saying because they're very small. Let's think about that one again. Let's go Hickman. Let's see if we can pull this one in. All right, let's go here. All right, cool. All right. Let's see. The booklet suggests this particular approach. Having knowledge of the type of question being asked helps us to determine the correct response. Let's go with this. Now, in grade 4 and in grade 5, you may have been exposed to this particular strategy. The strategy is QAR. And there's a particular girl in our class that likes to talk about QAR. Okay, she's not on the panel tonight, but she really likes to talk about QAR. She know it. Now, what are the levels of questions? Let's hear. Ajani, could you read this one here for me first?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. The answer
Some
can be
questions,
found
some questions are right there, and the answer can be found
right where, right where, right there in the text. Sorry.
in the text. So you can just put your finger on it. Okay. So they could ask you, what kind of animal are they talking about? You could say puppy. You see it right there. Okay. Let's hear from Brianna. What about this? Another type of question, another kind of question. What other
Think,
kind of question?
think and search.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is in the text, but it may not use the same language that is used in the questions, and you may have to look in the different places to find it.
All right. So it's you can't just put your finger on it just like that. You have to do what? Do some thinking. All right. Ford, what about this one? Here's another one.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really see them.
All right. Let me go with this one. The author and me. The answer is not in the text. You need to use your own background knowledge and what the author has told you to come up with an answer. All right, let's go back to Brianna. Brianna, another level of question.
On my own.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is not in the text. You need to use your own background knowledge. You could even answer the question without reading the text. The question must stand alone.
All right. So we have different kinds of question, and this is the QAR, question and answer relationship. Okay. So the question and the answer, they have a particular relationship. All right. So right there, think and search. Sometimes we have to read between the lines. Remember, we had looked at before things that are explicitly stated. So you know, without the shadow of a doubt. And then things that are implied. Okay, so you have to do some thinking and come up with an answer. Then some things are based on what the author has told you, and you think about that and link it with your knowledge. And some questions are not that way. They kind of stand on their own. Let's go back to this. It says, read from me, Brianna. The puppies are
The puppies are very small when they are born. They cannot see until they are about 2 weeks old. During this time, they stay very close to their mothers. Why do puppies stay close to their mothers?
answer. They cannot see.
See.
What type of question is this? Since the answer can be found in the passage, what kind of question would that be?
Passage. It would be a fingertip.
Oh, well, fingertip, I see the fingertip there, but it's called a what question? Right
Right.
there. Very good. Right there. Okay. So here we go. The answer is found right there in the passage. All right. Let's do some practice. This will be it for the evening. After this, we're done. Let's go. Read the passage carefully, then select the best options to answer the questions that follow. All right. Let's go. Sorry, we don't have some more people to do our reading. All right, let me read that one. All right, so Devon, shouted Mrs. Ramsey. I called you 3 times. You come down here this minute or you will be late for school. Coming, mommy, he answered. And a moment later, rather, he appeared in the doorway. Mrs. Ramsey gasped when she saw him, but Chrissy merely laughed. I was wondering why you were in the bathroom so long, said his mother. But you surprised me, how you combed your hair so slick, and your shoes all shine, and you even have on a tie. Devon, you sure you're not sick? I can tell you what it's all about, Mommy, volunteered Chrissy. He met that new girl, Chantel, and he's all gaga about her. I'm not. Don't listen to her, Mommy. She's trying to tease me like a pesky little sister. Devon glared at Chrissy, hoping that his fierce look would scare her into silence. Ha ha! You think you can frighten me, huh? And that isn't even all, Mommy. Yesterday, he walked her all the way home and carried her books too. What type of thing is going on here? All right. Let's remember that when we meet up on a passage like this, we need to read the passage more than once. Okay? Let's look at our questions here so we get an idea. So question 1 says, when did this story take place? Question 2, which of the following is implied by the poem? No, remember the word implied. Okay. Then we have another one. Which word could best describe Chrissy? So I have now an idea of the questions that they're asking. So when did the story take place? Something that is implied. Okay. And then a word that best describes Chrissy. So you would have to read the passage again so you get a better understanding. First time you read it is just to get a gist. You read it again to get a better understanding, and you read it once more to be sure. All right. We don't have the time to read the passage all 3 times or more to get it, but we'll go through. Question, and this one is for our friends on YouTube. Let's go. When did the story take place? Options are A, in the morning, at night, in the evening, at night, in the morning, in the afternoon. Let's go. I see Hope says number 1 is morning. All right. Let's hear why it's in the morning. In the morning. Somebody says in the morning. Amari K says morning. Kelly says morning. Many others saying morning. What in the passage? Let me just pull the passage back up here. What tells me that it's in the morning? Because remember, you must have some evidence, something that helps you to get to that point. Let's see. Let me see. Matthew says, hold on. Let's pull Matthew. Matthew Paul says, I think it's in the morning because it refers to school, and school does not keep in the evening. Most of us can testify to that. True. Interesting. All right. Thanks for that one, Matthew. Let's go. Wait. I'm seeing one here. So Hope says he's going to be late for school, right? Let me see. Again, the late for school. Let me see what. Dacia says, because you only prepare for school in the morning. I've never seen a child prepare for school in the night. All right, no night school around here. All right, cool. Fair enough. We can take those as sensible responses. So the bathroom, I wonder what we were doing in the bathroom so long, right? So in the mornings, we go to the bathroom when we're getting ready to go out to school. All right, so we can take that one off. Which of the following is implied by the passage? Options. Chrissy was Devon's mother. Devon liked Chantel. Chrissy was afraid of Devon. Chantal was disabled. Let me hear from Ford. Ford, what's your reasoning on this one? What say you on this
I
one?
would say Devon like. Wait, hold on, sir. I would say I would say Devon like Chantel
What's your evidence? How did you arrive at that glorious position there, sir?
is because you can tell that from the passage, the
Mm-hmm.
way he has been acting over this past period of time, it can lead you to this point where you can say he probably likes Chantel.
All right. Earlier we had looked at well, not online, but we looked at logical conclusions. Remember we were talking about that earlier? Logical conclusions. But also we could use the process of elimination to get rid of some of our options, true? Did it
Sir,
say anything or imply anything about Chantal being disabled?
no, sir.
All right, so we could take out D. Is Chrissy afraid of Devon?
No, sir.
So why not? Do we have
Because in the passage there was proof that she wasn't afraid of him. She even laughed at him.
good? And then here he was what? Hoping that his fierce look would scare her into silence. But what does she say here?
She laughed. Ha
Ha
ha.
ha! You think you can frighten me, huh? And then she goes on to give more, spill the beans even more. All right. So we could take out this one as well. So D is gone, C is gone. Now Chrissy was Devon's mother.
No, sir.
Tell me why not? What tells me that that is not so?
In the passage it says that um Chrissy was Devon's younger sibling, his younger sister.
All right, read this line and tell me what it says here. She is just there.
Trying to tease me like a pesky little sister.
Ah, so we know that Chrissy is not his mother. Okay.
Mother.
All right. Therefore, we're left with what? Devon like Chantel. Okay. So again, you're using your what? Process of elimination and then what is implied in the passage as well to get to your answer there. Okay. All right. Last one. Which word could be used to describe Chrissy? Is it mischievous, angry, playful, jealous? Let's throw that one out to our friends on YouTube. YouTube, your answer. Mischievous. Kaden says A, mischievous. Maya says mischievous. Let's see. Everybody thinks that she's being mischievous. Anyone else? All right. All right. Everybody says mischievous. All right. And a few people suggest playful. All right. Question. Does she appear to be jealous? Let's look at D. Brianna, what say you? Is she jealous?
No, sir.
No evidence of that. Is she angry?
I don't see any evidence of that, so
No
no.
evidence. So we're left with A or C. And a few people are saying, I see, for example, this looks like Lev. Lev is saying either C or A or C. All right, cool. So he has done some elimination there, and now he's gotten to A or C. Now, is there a difference between playful and mischievous? What playful suggests? Little sisters being playful, little brother being playful. What say you?
Playful.
You
Sir,
think troublesome, is troublesome the same as playful?
no, mischievous.
Uh all right. So here she's not jealous, sir. She's teasing him. I don't think she's being playful either because she likes embarrassing him. She's not mad at him because that's not confirmed. Wow, really interesting response there. Dacia, really good response as well. All right. Look for the word mischievous. Brenna,
Miss,
check.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mischievous said,
Mm-hmm.
causing or showing a fondness for
Mm-hmm.
causing trouble in a playful way.
In a playful way. Well, fair enough. The answer I have, the definition I have here on my side is enjoy playing tricks and annoying people. Now, what does playful mean? Does playful necessarily mean that you enjoy playing tricks? Full of fun and wanting to play. That's what playful would be. So I think it's a little bit more than playful, right? I think it's more mischievous. You're trying to annoy someone or tease someone. Okay. And we have a little bit of evidence in the passage for that. To say, um, he said, she's just trying to tease me like a pesky little sister. So I would go with mischievous as well. Think she's being a little mischievous there. Okay. All right, guys. Any final thoughts from our panelists there? I hope that you guys, with only a few more days before the exam, I hope that you're using your textbooks to full advantage. If you have done an exercise before, go over, make sure that you are practicing day and night, night and day. Your parents should be able to wake you up in the middle of the night, ask you questions, and you should be able to answer them without thinking about them at this stage. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you in our next episode. Thank you all. Take care.